Welcome, my friends, to episode 2 of Revelation, Foretold. Then we're up to 1 verse 17. And when I saw him, I fell at his feet as dead, and he laid his right hand upon me, saying unto me, Fear not, I am the first and the last. Okay, so in the opening vision of the book of Revelation here, John the Apostle sees the glorified Christ. He doesn't see the quiet carpenter walking along the roads of Galilee. This is Christ revealed in his authority and his majesty. And the moment John sees him, he collapses at his feet as though dead. Now, that reaction tells us something important about the nature of divine holiness. When human weakness encounters the full reality of God's glory, pride just disappears instantly. The bravest man on earth becomes humble in the presence of the living Christ. Now, consider the world around us today. Economies shift with little warning. Governments change direction. Global leaders speak about new systems and international structures that promise us stability. Yet the world often feels more uncertain than secure. Alliances form and alliances fracture, and political power constantly rearranges itself. History reminds us that no earthly system lasts forever. Empires once believed they could dominate the world indefinitely. Babylon stood as a symbol of power in its own day. Roman empires ruled vast territories and seemed immovable, yet both eventually passed into history. That's why Christ's words to John are so powerful. I am the first and the last. Before any empires rose, he existed. After every political structure fades, he will remain. Governments may promise a security and global system, may sort of aim to control, but none of them hold the final chapter of history. The message of this verse gives us perspective. When the world feels unstable, believers are reminded that their confidence cannot rest in human systems, in political alliances, or shifting leadership. Those things belong to the temporary order of history. Christ stands outside that cycle, outside that box. He was present before the first kingdom formed, and he will still reign when the last human system disappears. So the question for each of us is simple, but it's serious. Where is our trust placed? Where is your trust placed? Is it in structures that rise and fall, or is it in the one who calls himself the first and the last? Because the future ultimately belongs to him. Remember, I love you all, my friends, but he will always love you so much more. Where does your trust lie? Bless you.